Greetings, YouTube. It's no secret that MCOC has come out with some really, really, really terrible offers outside of Cyber Weekend. And even Cyber Weekend ticked off a lot of uncollected players, and rightfully so, because they are now grouped in with everybody else. And they were expecting to get 5-star crystals, and they got a lot of 4-star crystals, 4-star Nexus crystals. Woo! Which is good for like beginning players, or proven players. But for uncollected, it's one of those things. It's like, man, get the units, push your account. And I know it's easy to say when you have 5 stars, and a lot of you uncollected players are still becoming uncollected with like rank 4 stars. But just become Cavalier. And again, I'm not saying that because it's easy. I'm not saying that as if it's like gonna happen. But at this point, uncollected is just in its own quagmire island of sadness. But anyhow, I got to give a huge shout out. I'm in one of these MCOC chats with a man by the name of Apox Elf, Mr. Solo, Apox Elf. And he posted this image of the top grossing games in the Google Play Store, I believe. Now, Coinmaster, I don't know what this thing is, but apparently it's just making literal bank. Pigging out at number 1. Number 2, you got MIR4, MIR4. Again, don't know what that is. And check out, the community apparently throws money in a game they don't like. 2.9 stars. Given how much money it made with such a low star rating, I am beyond confused. But that's number 2. Number 3, Candy Crush. That's obvious. I didn't even know that game still existed, but it's been a cash maker forever, it seems. 4, Roblox. I think I've heard a couple people talk about this. Again, is it crazy? 4.3 stars, 4.6 stars, 2.9 stars. Pokemon Go. Also didn't know this game still existed, but they had a huge Cyber Weekend of their own, apparently. And then this is the meme, right? Like, I used to just sometimes say off a joke, though they have offered me legitimate cash and I turn them down because I don't play the game and I don't want to promote something I don't play. That's why I only have one sponsor on my channel and I wear the clothing almost daily because I actually believe in them. But Raid Shadow Legends, like literally it felt like for a while every single thing on YouTube was sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. And I'm like, people don't actually play that game, do they? Apparently they really do. Number 6, Raid Shadow Legends. But look at number 7. Outpacing the likes of Clash of Clans and everybody else is the Marvel Casino of Champions. Top 10 gross earnings. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't major problems at Kabam. That doesn't mean that they're not disappointed in their financial totals and backing. And we are all very curious how much they're going to make from the gifting event. And that is something that I will not spend a penny on unless they have some bonus offers with units that are actually like really exciting. Because otherwise, this is why I've saved up so many units, and this is actually why I bought the unit offers for Cyber Weekend, besides promising the community I would based off of the revenue that my channel generated. Because as you know, when I'm not paying Uncle Sam for taxes, I like to give most of the money I make back on my channel per week straight back into the game. Not only to make more content to keep my channel going, but also to thank you supporters for, well, supporting me. So what does this mean? This means that this game isn't close to dying, right? This means that this game is fine. It's not amazing. It actually, like, the Marvel Contest of Champions in the past was all the way at the top of this. So this is still a hit to what they were used to making. And I'm guessing that some of you watching this scale back your spending versus last year. And of course, some people, that's because you're not making as much. But a lot of people I've heard from, it's not because you didn't have it. It's just because you were tired of the game not working and the bugs, or you were actually disappointed with some of the offers for Cyber Weekend in general. So I can't tell you, what your individual spending was. That's between you and your credit card, I suppose. But yeah, so much for the death of it. It's not dead, but certainly they don't want to go from number 1 or number 2 to number 7, and then next year from number 7 to out of the top 10 during this time. And if you've looked on their website, Kabam has a lot of openings for their company to hire. So they are very much hurting for staff, and we know that the GOAT of champion design, Mr. Kabam Broccoli himself, is gone. He is on to a different game that apparently recruited him heavily. Not to say that he wouldn't go back to Kabam, because he said on the record on my channel in the interview that he would. But still, you lose somebody like Kabam Broccoli, that's a big hit, especially because he designed so many of the best champions we've seen in the past couple of years. So there you have it. Are you surprised they're number 7, or do you actually think that that's a cause for concern and you thought they should be higher? I always love to see a difference of opinion in the comments. Let me know in the comments below. And otherwise, thanks for clicking on this video and watching my Marvel Casino of Champions YouTube channel.